Hello, we are back for more robot game. We're doing Area 12 today, and also maybe some of the gold puzzles today. Okay. We gotta go to Area 12. I think maybe at the end of this episode, we'll put the stars in at the cathedral. Maybe. If I'm willing to. We might save it for one big final episode. But who knows how long these gold puzzles will take.
We're getting closer. I hope Byron is still okay.
Prometheus seemed to think so. Let's hope he's trustworthy.
He always favored man over the gods. This place looks fucking rad. Jeremy. Look, I'm sorry, Jeremy. That's crying. Look, I'm sorry, Jeremy.
1K. I suppose you have more important questions for me.
What do you think about the choice I made regarding the Somnodrome?
It was reckless. We have no idea what the consequences will be. But you can be sure I'll be busy recording them.
That's all.
What can I do for you, 1K?
What do you think about the choice I made regarding the Somnodrome?
I don't know if sharing the truth so openly was a good choice. It's hard to predict the consequences of such an action.
Consequences
Another
shouldn't
remarkable
be
structure.
ultimately avoided.
But what can its purpose be?
Actually, I can answer this one. In the files 1K downloaded, there's a design for a launch pad for space vehicles. This is about 90% identical.
Is it functional?
I don't think so, not if the inside is like the other towers.
Oh, it's Mr. Prometheus. Mr. Prometheus. I'm so glad I found you. Okay. That's test number 2. It's test number 8. Just want to see. I think that's closer to 5. We'll do this first. From within. It's called From Within. Huh. What else can I jam? this door and just the two fans. I don't think it'll be enough to just jam one. The other one will still blow the top of me head. See? Ah! Figured it out. We have to bring the jammer out first. From within.
In their notes, Athena and Cornelius called what they were doing the Noema Project. But in 1K's vision, they just called it the Machine. Because when you strip away all the fancy rhetoric, that's all it is. It's not a source of meaning or purpose. It's just another machine.
It can be both. Chicken fight. Chicken flight. My apologies. We need a cube. But this won't be, will there? No, certainly not. Well, let's start here. See what we can get our grubby little paws on. It's called Chicken Flight. Okay. Ah! That worked pretty well, though. Well, that's great and all. But then how do we close this door? And also, what does that do for us? So if I had a way of turning it off, more or less, I could think of a way, but it requires a cube. Why is it called Chicken Flight? What is the purpose of this corner? Well, now there's just one in here. So... intended method. So what's... Okay. I gotta think here. We're going to need one here. I just don't know what for. I assume something like such. That's the only thing it can do. But that doesn't make that work. What does all of this do? What if I... Not what I wanted. Not good enough. Okay. But what's the... Ah! Idea. Why did it start back up? You didn't get pushed as far. It's not consistent, but I think it'll work. I don't know if that's how I was supposed to do it. That's how I'm doing it. Probably how I was supposed to do it, though. 3. 3? I'm gonna go get this question mark, because it seems far away. The system is full of fragments related to space. I've noticed that the NEMA system is full of ideas for space travel and colonization. Designs for launch pads and ships, sketches of cities, even an unfinished design for a large-scale teleportation between distant planets. An interstellar or even intergalactic civilization of the kind writers like Lane Banks imagined is entirely possible if we want it. Which leads me to another thought. These bodies we have so carefully designed to look like our ancestors, but they don't really have to be. In his novels, Banks has intelligent minds like ourselves controlling entire ships, or drones, or even stations. If Alexander Drennan was right, then it's not our shapes that make us. Human, and what it means to be human can be expanded if we maintain our creativity and curiosity. With the theory of everything, we could transform ourselves as well as the world. The only question is, can we be trusted to build a society that actually works? Just for once in our long and stupidly bloody history, is something like the culture actually possible, or is it just a daydream? And we always end up with another dystopia? Question mark. Maybe Athena finally found the answer to that question. Maybe. Looks like a lot of people are getting excited about how things are going to change, but all I can see is another repetition of the same mistakes. Ecocide, hubris, self-destruction. Why would anything be different this time? We just need to get it right once and the cycle will be broken. Give it our best shot. I guess we can at least try. Byron once told me that hope is something you only find once you start acting instead of only contemplating. Maybe if you just make a start, you'll feel better. Question mark. What do you bet it's a fucking triangle with the fact that it's all the way out here? You don't really put things far out here unless it's like a Sphinx puzzle. Or a lab, maybe. I guess it could be anything, but I'm guessing it's gonna be a fucking triangle. Oh, it's a lab! Well, everyone take my money. Break my kneecaps, take my dollars, take my money. Explored all the lost labs, dude. Well, I guess we can leave. Just kidding. Let's check this out. Might be some secret shit in here. It's the Pizzaplex. There it is. From Cornelius to Athena. Oh. Athena, I don't know if you're there or why you're not answering. It's been a long time, but I think about you and Miranda every day. In fact, I've been using the museum to further my research, and I think there's hope. You know I wouldn't say this lightly. Please respond. I will return as soon as I can. I'll steal a VTOL if I have to. Yours, Cornelius. Trials 40,880 through 89,972. Remaining instabilities eliminated. 89,973 to 90,57. Final confirmation. That's it. Trial 90,058, version 1.0 successfully deployed. It is done. What now? And the author's Athena. I never realized that. I wonder if there was always that. From Motherhood, 12 Essays by Inessa Peixoto. Sometimes I imagine myself following the matrilineal line up against the river of time to the lives of my distant great-grandmothers. I try to imagine the sheer horror of motherhood, the agony of childbirth, the risk of death with every birth, the certainty of losing some of one's children. To us, now, the loss of a child is a horror almost beyond words, a grief so deep it seems almost insurmountable. I try to imagine what it meant to live in a world where it was a ubiquitous reality, where you could only choose to respond with either an ever-deepening pain or an inhuman numbness, and all of it tied to the foundation stone of your existence, the body. This journey to the past reminds me that my freedom as a woman is on some level technological. Without medical technologies, I'm reduced to the cruel logic of nature, which cares about nothing except reproduction. Without machines, I become a machine. Only machines allow us to be more than machines ourselves. It's pretty epic. From Apatia to Athena. Dear Athena, I'm following with the expedition to this incredible machine you've built. I don't know what's going on, and I wish Cornelius had told us the truth before he vanished. I wish both of you had told us everything from the beginning, to be honest. It was unfair to just abandon us. But then I abandoned you too, didn't I? After we lost Sarabai, I couldn't see anything except the unbearable permanence of her absence. It took me centuries to start getting involved again, but I did, Athena. I came back. So can you. Love, Hypatia. Pretty epic. Is there anything else? Any other doors? Any other rooms? No? So what's the point of this back hall? Just for observing. Oh. Okay. Supposedly there's a question mark right here. This appears to be a classic instance of I think it's closer than it is. This one, however, not so. People like Trevor, as much as it is people like Alexandra, who make the future happen. People with silly names like Trev, who aren't famous, who aren't geniuses, who aren't driven by a powerful vision of the future. Ordinary people whose work and sacrifice isn't even acknowledged or remembered. I'll remember you, Trevor. You too held the world on your shoulders. Thank you. Dear Founder, Byron and I used to go to the hills above the dam and observe the stars with the telescopes that I built. When I saw the stars like that, I felt such awe that I wished we had the ability to cry. I felt wonder, but I also felt recognition. I was seeing my home. The sea of stars is where we came from, and it's where we must return. I had so much hope then. I knew one day we would set sail. We would fly through the clouds of the nebulae. Is that just how you spell nebula? Or is that in plural of nebula? We would cruise across planets where it rains diamonds. It would follow the fading. We would follow the fading light of the distant supernovas until at last we met our brothers and sisters of the cosmos. I could feel that day coming. I can't anymore, and I don't know how to live this way. Triclinius, 333. I lived with Sarabai for nearly a century. This is from Hypatia. I'll not pretend that all the days were good. Some were terrible. She was opinionated, she could be difficult, she could be unfair, and so could I. Sometimes we hurt each other, though we rarely meant to. But most days were good, and some days were great. A great day with Sarbai made you feel different. Made you feel like something had been revealed to you about the nature of the universe itself. Some innate goodness at the heart of all things. Like Nadia Sarbai, whose name she adopted. She believed in the existence of something sublime beyond the natural, beyond the material world. I hope she was right. I hope she's still somewhere. I hope she's not trapped in that broken body I tried so hard to repair. I was advised to let her go, to get over my attachment. I tried, but it was the wrong advice. Love is what makes us human, and we should count ourselves blessed that we can experience it. My attachment is what kept me sane, what anchored me to this world. Even in death, she saved my life. I'm grateful for the days that we got, but no amount of days would have been enough. Love is not finite, and it is for infinity that we must strive. I will do so for all of you who may still find love, in honor of Sarbai, Hypatia. If I had been more careful, New Alexandria would never have happened, and Sarbai would still be alive. Failed the load profile. My guess is Cornelius. Trevor! Talk to me, baby.
Everybody's gone, except me and Alex. She's upstairs somewhere. Haven't talked to her in days. The only reason why I know she's still alive is she's submitting bug fixes. I still have a lot to do myself. I've almost got the the tertiary backup thing working. This is the one that's really gonna last if everything else breaks. And you know what? I think everything else might. The MLA still giving me all these hiccups, but I don't know. I'm not a software guy. All the software guys, yeah, they're dead. God, these time capsules went a bit sideways, didn't they? I was gonna tell you all about myself, and John Carpenter, and all that stuff, but mostly I just told you about Alex. Funny. I wonder if I should just... I should just tell her, you know? Just tell her. Just tell her. Maybe later. I gotta finish this first.
Silly boy. Okay, so, based off of that same logic,
The scale of it all is truly breathtaking. But is it a human scale? Or is it so enormous that it can only alienate us? Humans have always been happiest in small communities.
Small town paranoia, isolationism, and peasant mentality. Great for burning witches, not so great for personal freedom.
Ever the pessimist?
she's not a pessimist, she wants to be free. I'd like to thank 1K for recovering all of Trevor's findings. It's clear that they meant a lot to Athena, and they should mean a lot to us too. He's as much our progenitor as Alexander Drennan was. We should not forget him. It's all a love story in the end, all of human history. Even when people die or never even have the chance to get to know each other, love is the only thing that survives the abyss of time. Without the love Trevor felt for Alexandra, without the love Alexandra felt for us, none of us would be here, and nothing would matter. Thank you, 1K. As tragic as this story is, it gives me hope, and who knows, perhaps she loved him too, or could have. Maybe. Fort. Duality. I see. A duality indeed. Alright. Figured it out, I think. But for now, we're going to have to do a little something like this. In order to take this, connect it to both of these, connect it to this. We take it, we connect it like such. Come on, baby! Hi, Mel.
Hey, 1K. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you. I know we're all worried about Byron, especially Al, and I don't want to minimize what happened. But now that the mayor's here, I'm afraid they're going to take this and turn it into a reason to bury their head in the sand. Yes, Byron was rash. He wanted to find Athena so badly that it made him blind. But the thing is, he was right. He was completely and utterly right about what this technology could mean to us. I didn't see it at first, but now it couldn't be more clear to me. The theory of everything is the future. And if we reject it, we're condemning ourselves to a slow death.
I agree.
I'm glad. You know, I didn't even realize how much I'd limited my own imagination. How I talked myself into just accepting this incredibly poor future we've been offered. A future where things just keep getting slightly worse every day, and we accept it because we're ashamed of ourselves. Not of something we've done, but just of our existence. Like we're a virus on this planet. Like our humanity is a sin. I'm so tired of it, 1K. I kept my head down. I focused on fixing things. But that's all I ever did. I never improved anything. I never built anything new. And when I imagine going on like this for thousands of years, that's a fate worse than death. It really is. We either live and grow and expand boldly and proudly, or we might as well switch ourselves off.
We'll find a way.
We better, because I don't think I can handle the alternative.
Don't worry, Mel, I'm on your side here. And I see some big old bronze hands over here. They're copper. So is the greening. Shut up. I'm gonna go touch the fingers. I hope that it's not Pandora. Her puzzles are really hard. I like the Sphinx puzzle. Yeah! In the Hall of Hands. Very well. Ah! I didn't think... I hadn't considered the following. Do you think there's an ending where we get to kiss Melville? That'd be pretty cool. I'm joking, but do you think there's like a weird road, like, I'm not saying that like fucking actually kiss. I'm more or less asking, do you think there's like a, because it's mentioning love a fair bit, so do you think we can, in a sense, unify with Melville? Can I marry Melville? Sarabai, what are you doing all the way out here, man? Oh, you're not Sarabai. You're far more than just a Sarabai. Well, not to say that Sarabai is lesser. Certainly not. Oh no. It's all wet. Hexahedral stacking. Okay. What? Okay, hold on. We have that. Is there a red beam somewhere that I'm unaware of? Yes, there's a red beam right there. But is there a receiver that I'm unaware of? So right now it seems like it. Huh. Does it have to do with this thing? See what happened to that? You like the bottom half like cut out for a second? What was that about? We need one box in there at the end. Nope. Wondering if it was gonna like introduce some weird fucking shit, but no. So, where's the red beam? Or where's the red receiver? Is it under... Must be on top of something, but I don't have enough boxes. I'm gonna go outside and get a better look. Oh. Are there hands? No. Hexahedral stack. Well, this is a hexahedron. I did it. What would that do for me? Is there like a red beam I'm actually, like a red receiver that I actually just don't see? It could be. Oh! I see. I understand now. I'm a Guinness.
I'm not surprised that the founder chose you, 1K. You're very much like her. Inquisitive, intelligent, and dedicated.
But remember, intelligence by itself has little value unless it is ethically applied.
Lame. Not the structure, what he was saying. Place is cool. Got fucking lounging man. He's just chilling. How do I entrevu? Here we go. Rerouting. Yeah. Yeah, you are telling me. Alright, and there we go. Uh-oh. So my thought process, because there's a fucking field thing there. Yar. I ain't be finding another way. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. Because, right, what we need to do is effectively that. Right? We do something like such. But how do we get that to occur without interrupting itself? Because it will. It'll just do that. First step. That will still get powered. Uh-huh. But I didn't place it far back enough. Oh, Mr. Krabs. Okay, well, we have to do it again, but it's okay. 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 Let's just start with this, huh? Who knew this would happen? Who knew this would occur? No. Yeah. Gamer plan, gamer plan. Gamer plan.
You know, Wonko, you're not entirely terrible at this.
I'm the fucking best, Mel. Looks like we're heading to 6. That one's probably a question mark or a triangle. I think there's also one underneath 7, but it's closer. Oh, I have a thing. I've been around a long time. If I'd been born a bit earlier, I'd be a first companion. So I've seen the ups and downs of this city, although in recent years I've kept to myself. Now I'd like to pose a question. I don't have an answer in mind, I'd just really like to hear what everyone thinks. I have no doubt that Athena's theory of everything would change our lives. But do you think that perhaps we're better off not knowing? Perhaps having all the answers would just make the universe boring? The ancient writers showed that knowledge can lead to cynicism. We must maintain the sense of wonder of a child. Theory of everything wouldn't be the end of our journey, it would only be the next step. It would equip us to ask the next set of questions, to explore new possibilities, and to discover and create new wonders. This is also a pretty old guy. To believe that the universe can be understood or described in objective terms is pure scientism. Nothing exists. Even if something exists, nothing can really be known about it. And even if something can somehow be known about it, information about it can't be communicated. And even if it could be communicated, it wouldn't be understood. The truth can be harsh. It's possible that the theory of everything would reveal facts that we'd find hard to deal with. But that doesn't mean we shouldn't confront those facts and our own ethical responsibilities. I agree with Atal. Thank you for your thoughtful comments. And by the way, 1K, thank you for all the hard work you've done for New Jerusalem. Solving all those puzzles is quite a gargantuan endeavor. Thanks. And that's the engraving. All the hands. Speaking of, do we have any hands? Any mountainous range of hands all reaching out in the same direction? No? Not yet? Not yet. Okay. Later. Understood. Mobile instruments. Cube. Definitely doesn't need to be there. Where does it need to be? Well, that's a great question. Ah. Well. This probably won't solve the predicament at hand. But we can try it. No, certainly not. But it gives us a upper option, actually. Oh. I see. How strange. And yet, how interesting. Idea. So what would we sub out? I'm a fool. And I'm trapped. But I got it figured out. Hi, Olivia. Welcome to the stream. Alright. We have it figured out. We go boom, 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 boom. Where's the thing? Boom, boom. And now they're mine. Yes.
Have you found any signs of Cornelius? Could he have returned to the island?
Nothing so far. But he knows this place better than any of us, and we have no idea what he's up to.
Yeah, I went snooping through his work thing. I mean, I like broke laws, I would think, to try and find him, and I still couldn't find him. I think this one's over here must be Lithraseer. So you seen any hands? I'm not seeing any hands. I'm gonna go up here. Dang, we're actually kind of fucking blazing through. We only have 3 more puzzles to solve in this area. It's a triangle. I see. We descend from over there. Okay. I'm gonna do 7 first, and then we'll go around and down. Which means that far one is Lithraseer. Gateway switch. Ah. Okay. Alrighty. This is one of those cool puzzles. Huh. Let's start with something Well, that won't be simple, actually. We need a way to regulate both red and blue inputs. Let's just start with all the blues and see where that gets us. Not far. That's fine. Just means... Oh, and we need the jammer, like, out, I think. How interesting. Okay. Okay, hold on. Step 1, open door. Step 2, run over here, connect red beam, open this door. Because with this, it'll open that door, but more importantly, we can get the laser out of that room. Now... How do we get this out? Well, that's simple. We just do that. Okay, I think I figured it out. I'm going to do a little maneuver, I think, that will involve... That method won't work. Huh. We need to be able to control it. I think it would work on the other side. Hold on. Fuck. Fuck. Okay. Yes. I didn't consider that. There we go. Let's go.
That was extremely convoluted.
Whittle. Alright, let's go to this extra bonus puzzle. Get another achievement prop, fucking pop, probably. Prop, probably. What is your question? Uh-oh. I'm okay. Everything's fine. Everything is okay. I'm okay. Everything's okay. Alternator. I see. How quaint. How quaint, how interesting. Alright. It's called Alternator. What do we need to do? We just need to open these two doors. We need to open the blue door and then the red door. How do we do such a thing? You might be asking. It's a great question. Activates the blue beam. How do I... okay. Won't that always be red? Yeah, that'll just always be red. I need it the other way around. Which I now realize I can do. But can I actually? what happened there? Ah. What happens if I connect it to this as well? No, because then it won't split off. Okay. My original guess... do anything. I guess that did it. I don't think it had to be that complicated, but I made it complicated. Yeah. Sorry, I was just processing. Alright. Whoa. Hey, Yaku.
Hey, 1K, how are you?
Doing good, doing good. So Athena's at a spaceport. What do you make of that?
I used to dream about going up there, but now I'm not sure it's worth the resources. It seems frivolous. Is it really worth wasting so much energy just to satisfy our own curiosity?
Maybe. That's all. Thanks for humoring me. Have you seen a field of hands anywhere? I'm looking for a field of hands. Should be hard to miss, I would think. Also looking for audio logs, Stratton, all sorts of stuff, but mostly the field of hands. Ah! I found the field of hands. It's here. Now we must search for lever. Found it. Test number 8. Photon sail. That's a space thing. A cube and a cube trapped in a cube room. How cruel. We need a red beam to get there. I get it. I don't know how, but I think I get it. But we're gonna need 2 cubes. They're both gonna need to be up here. Which means we need another item. And now the interesting questions arise. Like, how do we get that, to where we need it. And an even greater question, what am I meant to do with this? I don't think this is part of it. We need both cubes. Or at least a cube and a fan. But we need... How do we even get a cube out of that area, you know? Like, I can only foresee ways to get in. No way out. That'll do it. How to cubes. Oh, how do I get... Oh no, I have to grab a fan just to get my fucking laser back. Huh. Is there anywhere? We need to get a non-cube in here. The problem is that we can't get into that fan room without a laser being active. We only have one laser, we only have one fan, and we have 2 cubes in this room that we can swap out, but we can't get out of this cage. Which we need, because if we had even 1 cube and a fan, I could fucking hopscotch over to the end, across the fucking barrier. But it's not so simple. No. You cannot get into this room without having it powered by laser. You can't have a laser powering it without the laser being outside of the area. And you can't get... There's no other items for the cubes to be hauled. But maybe... Just maybe... we can do something with this. Why won't it work? Now that's there forever, I guess. Herm. Alright. We've been given a laser. Fan goes no matter what is happening. So if we had some way... Because even just to get the laser in would be fine. But we can't get through the wall. We could get just one cube out. Man. Please. Is there something I just don't... I'm not understanding? Like, what... What can I do? Idea. Make the beam connect real close. Doesn't really matter to me. Cube. Can you merge into a cube? By like putting it there and then interacting with it? And like, can you do a weird physics thing, I wonder? Ah, question mark. This must be Lithrosir. This definitely looks like a Lithrosir spot.
In my reports to you, I have often spoken about this island in terms that some might perceive as negative. I hope you understand that the opposite is true. Here in these green hills, I see tremendous potential for transformation and spiritual awakening. I do not see the world as you do, Athena, but I see the rot at the heart of New Jerusalem. If you and Cornelius want to go through with your plan, then this is the perfect place. My students and I will help you transport the remaining tech from New Alexandria. After that, once you and Cornelius are settled, we will leave for our great journey. I can only hope that we all find what we are looking for.
Gotta find Prometheus's soul. So Lithasir and his students helped Athena and Cornelius execute their plan. Another fascinating discovery, courtesy of 1K. Many of the events in our city's history seem disconnected. Turned out to be part of a bigger pattern. There's something to be learned from that. This does answer some questions I had, like how Athena and Cornelius transported all that equipment from New Alexandria to the island. Disturbing, but good to know. Lithasir was cool. Half of the time I have no idea what he's talking about in his recordings, but it's also interesting and weird. Good work, 1K. Maybe we should we maybe send an expedition to go looking for Lithasir and his disciples? I'm afraid it would simply not be in keeping with our energy expenditure projections to mount such a massive undertaking. True. I'm basing this on Athena's description of the simulation and what little sense I've managed to make of the megastructure systems. I think the gold puzzles are meant to open up when every other puzzle has been solved. Solving them will lead to something. In the simulation, trying to solve every puzzle instead of trying to defy Elohim was actually negative. No idea if the same applies here. In any case, I suspect the puzzles won't open up until Byron's logged out. They represent the highest level of security and undoubtedly hide something important. And as long as an unauthorized user is logged in, the system will stay in some degree of lockdown. Interesting. Because, yeah, I did complete all the other puzzles. However... there it is. So, where's that? It's south. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. So from north, 1, 2, 3, 4.5. Prometheus! Ah, there you are. See him? There he is. Hi, Herman. Well, we know he's here. I'm gonna go grab the Sphinx one real quick. Because we're here. Well, physics... everything's going up from my head. Yes. Thumbs up, sunglasses emoji. Okay.
A hammer forges and a hammer breaks, but who can know the heart of the blacksmith?
Blacksmith. Please don't do anything crazy, Prometheus. Oh, don't do a thing where I have to go back through a puzzle. Oh, you suck. Gotcha. You blue bastard. Let's go. Interesting. Oh. Oh. Where are you going? There you are. I just stopped to look at a thing. Oh, hey guys.
Are the generators working?
Yep, all good. Those Mark IIs are real workhorses. Wow, did you finish the setup?
Yes. Sorry I couldn't wait. It was so much fun to just do something again without having to endlessly discuss it first.
I know what you mean. We have a lot of work ahead of us, though.
We do, but honestly, Cornelius, I haven't felt this excited in years. Just imagine, one day they'll come here and we'll be able to show them a whole new world. A different future right at their fingertips. You do think we can do it, right?
I think, and forgive me if this sounds sentimental, as long as we're together, we can do anything.
Hiya, Coot. I found a Prometheus' soul. Get in that goblet. Get in that flame chalice.
God appears, and God is light to those poor souls who dwell in night. But does a human form display to those who dwell in realms of day?
Cool. Well, that's every star. Is this a puzzle? I don't think this was a puzzle. Is this a puzzle? Oh! Indeed, yes. Alright. Well, let's go get Byron out of the system, I guess. Should we put all the stars in? Do I put all the stars in? Before we go. Alright. Final mega structure power up. Prometheus.
You have heard the myths of gods and titans. But as you approach the end of your journey, I will tell you the truth that all men fear. The truth that neither Pandora nor the Sphinx will face. There are no gods, son of man. There are no titans, no heroes to save you, no divine judge to weigh your soul against a feather. Nature has no will, and she is not your mother. There is only you, and the spark of the sublime that is your mind. As for myself, I never brought the flame to humankind as the stories tell. I only showed you where it was within yourselves.
I just need you to help me find Byron. What is the sublime? You must learn to wield the flame to illuminate the universe.
Yes, this is your duty. Your friend Byron understands this.
Can you lead me to?
As you freed me, so I will help you free your friend. When you are within Olympus, follow my signs.
Alright, it's time to do this. Let's go get Byron.
Let's. But first, I'm gonna plug all my stars into that star thing and see what that do. I really want to do it. I really want to. I really want to plug them in. I don't know what it'll do, though. Send me to the Pizzaplex, please.
Byron always called me a pessimist, but I don't think it's pessimistic to recognize our flaws, or to think the natural world is just as valuable as we are. If I was pessimistic, I wouldn't believe that we can turn our back on the old ways, or that we can find happiness in humility. But I do. I have hope, even if Byron could never see it that way.
Byron saw it. Okay, here's where I make an error that compromises the entire... well, everything. There's no save button. So I'm just gonna return these stars to the chapel now. And hopefully it's not an entire ending unto itself, but rather just a thing to do that leads to a thing, but not the ending.
My theory accounts for everything. It explains every aspect of the cosmos. There are no gaps, no errors, not even ambiguities. And it works, which is the ultimate proof. I can calculate the history of the universe from the Big Bang to the death of the last atom, but when I compare my calculations to the available data, there's one point which consistently doesn't match up. Billions of light years away in the void, there's an anomaly. It's been there since before the beginning of time, and I think it's waiting for us.
Gotcha. So you calculated the universe And I knew it! It is aliens! Take that, everyone who doubted me. It's freaking aliens! Maybe aliens, but it's so far away that it isn't going to matter for several billion years, if it ever does. Nevertheless, I knew it would be aliens eventually, and I was right. For a very broad definition of right. Let them have it. No, bro, that's setting up for Talos Principle 3, where you actually go and meet the real God. The Lord Almighty. Another VTOL. Is this Herman's?
"1K, a word, please, without the streaming. I'm afraid your choices have put me into a difficult position. Belief in the goal was already waning, but your revelation in the Somnodrome may have given it the final blow."
It was the truth.
I'm sure it was, and I don't even disagree. No one really has all the answers, not even the Founder, but that doesn't mean that we don't need the goal.
The goal's over.
Look,
it's dead with me.
Speak plainly for a moment. You and I both know that I exaggerated. I built a myth around Athena that does not reflect what she believed. But you have to understand, it wasn't really about her. It was about what the city needed. It was about keeping us together, invested in a common narrative. And it was about preventing us from going the way of our ancestors. Because temptation is real, and our flaws are still the same.
So you admit that the goal is a myth.
A myth, but a necessary one. I'm not a fanatic or a fool, 1K, although I sometimes play one. I'm just trying to do the right thing. I know I can't stop you from trying to save Byron, but what's in that pyramid could destroy everything I've tried to build.
Must be to prevent us from repeating the mistakes of our ancestors. I share your fear for the theory of everything, but we can't build the future on a lie. Mirth is strangling our species, Herman. You can shove your goal where the sun don't shine. Myth is strangling our species.
Don't think I haven't considered it. I listened to those Alexandra Drennan recordings over and over. I just don't know if she was right about us. But maybe I did lose my way. Very well. I've done what I could. You do as you must. Good luck.
Thank you, Herman. You know, in a sense, I think that's your way of telling me I should tell the truth. Let's bring this to an end.
You're coming along this time?
Yep.
Well, what about protocol?
Screw protocol. It's Byron.
Oh, man. What's up, Mel? You ready to bring this fucker down? Alright, Pandora. I'm here. Prometheus is helping me, so...
Follow my sprite, and it will show you the way to your friend.
Do as he says. We went through a lot of trouble to get this guy out of his chains. Now it's his turn.
This way. You must free him. He cannot free himself.
Oh, this is him.
What's happening? 1K? I'm out. Oh, my friend, the things that I saw, the power of this machine. The depth of her grief. Come on, follow me. I have to show you something. I thought all of this was deliberate. Athena testing us to see if we're worthy of her invention. I wanted to believe that she had a plan. In my own way, I mythologized her as much as everyone else. I never thought she might feel confused, lonely, uncertain. And what's the most human thing to do when you feel lost and sad and you have no idea what to do next? You take a nap. Here, listen.
If I give them the machine, if I convince them of its power, we could finally build the world Alexandra imagined. The world Miranda deserved. No, the world we all deserve, even the worst of us. We could take stewardship of this planet. We could explore the stars. We could give meaning to the universe.
If you embrace the knowledge of the flame, you can bring light into the darkness.
But what if they make the same mistakes again? What if selfishness and stupidity win out again? What if they take my machine and turn it into a weapon? What if they act like children and burn the planet?
The secrets of the flame are not for ordinary mortals to know. You cannot overcome your sinful nature.
Do you see what's happening? It's her. It's all her. Everything we're seeing is Athena. Her every hope, her every fear, all of her memories and contradictions brought to life by the machine. A dream given form expressed in the language of her childhood. A world of puzzles and towers.
No, what can I do? How do I make this decision? There has to be an answer. There has to be a way of making sure it's the right choice. It can't just be a leap of faith. There are no answers, creature of clay. Every question leads to another.
She's not waiting for us to prove ourselves before she helps us. She needs us to help her. We have to wake her up. Whoops. The system is still stabilizing. Maybe we'd better get out. Come on.
Come on, Byron. Let's get out of here. I'm not leaving without you. Come on, Byron. Places to be, people to kiss. Melville's waiting for me.
No! I cannot allow this.
Uh-oh.
Full Fathom 5. There's a fifth
You
act.
have suffered a grievous injury, my child. But do not lose faith. Your companions have not forgotten you. And it is through the bonds that you have forged that you will be saved.
Thank you, Elohim.
Welcome back to the land of the living. For a while there, I thought we might have to reset you.
What happened to me?
We think you and Byron got hit by some kind of energy discharge. Knocked both of you out. Alcatraz, Melville, and Yakut went looking for you, but you were hard to find. And even harder to fix. It's been several weeks.
Is Byron okay?
He's fine, don't worry.
Okay. What's the situation in Jerusalem?
A lot has changed. While you were asleep, the idea of the goal cracked and then broke. People decided they wanted change. They wanted the ideals of Athena, not the founder. A better world of growth and exploration, but without the mistakes of the past. And so they turned to Byron, who never wavered in his beliefs. He's mayor now.
Oh, sweet.
Question is, what do you plan to do now?
We have to go back to save Athena.
And what about the theory of everything?
We solved it. We have to shut down the megastructure. We're not ready for it. We have to embrace the future.
Good. I didn't want to push you, but I agree. Like you said, the alternative would mean giving up who I am, and I shouldn't have to do that.
I agree, Neith.
Byron's waiting for you outside, by the way.
Thank you for
We're all
everything.
in this together, 1K. One way or another.
Alright, Byron. Frankly, I'm not too sure where I am. I'm wandering into places maybe I shouldn't. Maybe this is where is this where we're born? Is it like the birthing pods? The philosopher must be like the architect. To write well is important, but not more important than building an edifice that will not collapse. Some philosophers construct dwellings that seem pleasant to the eye, but are traps for the unwary. Strat. If then a machine may have all the properties of a man and act as a man while driven only by the ingenious plans of its construction and the interaction of its materials according to the principles of nature, then does it not follow that man may also be seen as machine? Philosophy has only two purposes, to describe the world and to change it. Everything else is vanity and self-delusion. It behooves us to be cautious when particularly taken with any philosopher's claims, and to consider whether our reaction is due to the logic of his claim or due to the poetry of his words. A beautifully phrased sentence is an accomplished in oratory, not philosophy. Is an accomplishment in oratory, not philosophy, and the pleasure we take from it should not be mistaken for the truth. Still red doors. Institute for Applied Pneumatics Facility? This is the reconstruction of the chamber of the first companions, where the first companions rested until the founder awoke them. The original chamber was disassembled in the early days of New Jerusalem. Byron.
Hello, 1K.
Hello, Mr. Mayor.
It's still strange when people call me that. You know, it's funny. Asking you to come along on the expedition was an impulse, but it was probably the most momentous decision I made. You changed everything. But the story's not over yet.
No. We have to save Athena.
We do. She gave everything she had for this city. And I don't think any of us really understood it. Not even me. We all tried to turn her into a prophet when she was just a human being.
What did you see while you were stuck in the system?
Athena's dreams. A recursive loop of hopes and fears. And my own foolishness. For thinking I had been abandoned. When I had been given a chance to grow up. to stand for my own ideas.
What do we do now?
Well, luckily this time we shouldn't have any trouble getting another expedition approved. I hear the mayor is a big fan of Athena and is very interested in her theory of everything. In fact, I think he's having a VTOL prepared as we speak. There's just one thing you have to take care of first.
Which is?
Speak to Melville and Yakut. They were part of the beginning, they can be part of the end, if they want to. I'll take care of the rest.
What about Al?
Good to see you up and awake, 1K.
It's good to be back. What's up?
We've been studying the Samnodrome data while you were out. So far, all the math checks out. I'm hoping you're assembling your team to finally unravel the theory of everything. I'd love to get my hands on that data.
I am.
Excellent. Chauncey was looking for you, by the way. Good luck with the rest of your mission, 1K.
Al? Big A? You here?
You're going back, aren't you?
We are. We can't leave Athena trapped.
But you're not going to shut the machine down, are you?
No.
Then let me just say this, okay? I understand what you believe in. I really do. I've always respected your vision of the future, Byron. It's beautiful. It's moving. But just consider that maybe there is another way. A way that is more humble and maybe less exciting, but no less beautiful. Just consider that maybe that machine doesn't have any answers for us. None that really matter. We don't need a theory of everything to be happy.
It was never just about happiness, Al. But thank you for your honesty.
So I gathered up the stars and there's like an alien or something. I just wanted to know what you guys thought about that. There's a fucking alien? Or like a big eldritch god? A demon horror? A big smelly, big evil smelly?
Alright, I'll see you at the VTOL.
Things are finally getting better.
What does this say? Rebuild the world. We can all share in abundance.
Attention all citizens. A scavenging expedition to the western ruins will set out next week. If you'd like to participate, please get in touch with Garrus.
Mel, I'm alive. Mel, I'm alive.
1K. You're back on your feet. One of which I fixed, by the way. You're welcome.
Going back to the megastructure, will you come with me?
Of course I will. I think I might want this even more than you do. I want to explore. I want to build. I want to be more than this grumpy old mechanic going through the motions. I want to live.
And meet me at the VTOL. Sorry, I was fixing a cord.
See you there.
Yakut.
Hi, 1K.
I'm really glad you made it, 1K. For a while, I really thought even Neath couldn't fix you.
I'm going back to the megastructure. Will you come with me?
I'm sorry, but I can't. I just don't believe that things could turn out well. I thought about it over and over, and I understand what it would mean for us. But I just think people are too flawed. We'd make too many mistakes.
I understand.
Take care, 1K.
Well. This is our last chance to really wander the city, I think. There's new posters up everywhere.
I'm glad to see you made it, 1K.
How have you been?
You told me to listen to Helga, to pursue what makes me happy, and I figured out that what makes me happy is what I used to do, making prefab walls. Lucky for me, Mayor Byron has announced that the city will be expanding again, so there's loads for me to do.
I should get going.
Best of luck, 1K.
You know what? Let's go talk to the fucking... the Faith lady. Forgetting her name right now. One who was like, thank God Byron's dead. The deceiver has been slain. Where are you? Yeah. Thekla, what's up?
You've destroyed everything, 1K. I thought the Founder had chosen you. But you're the harbinger of our doom. I can only pray that you fail.
Alright. Well, fair enough. There was one thing that was still taped off last time we were here. Hi! And it was this. And it still is, too.
I look at this inert shape and I wonder who you're gonna be. Will you hold the same values as we do? Will you love us for having created you? Will you resent us for having put you into an uncertain, dangerous world? Looking back at our history, our achievements, our crimes, what will you make of us? Will the world you create be like ours, or so different that we can't even imagine it? Either way, I hope that you'll find this little blue planet to be one day you'll look up and reach for the stars.
Well, we're planning it.
You know, I've been coming to this memorial day after day, thinking about Alexandra Drennan and her values. And you know what I finally realized? Alexandra Drennan is dead. She's gone. She can't help us now. It's not her burden anymore. No. It's Byron who embodies those values now. Byron and you. So I want you to know that you have my full support. I only wish I'd spent less time thinking about the past and more time actually doing something for the future.
Awesome. Well. Say hi to Purple. If we could find the bastard. Couldn't find him last time. Say hi to Rat. Rat? No, that's in Panda.
Founder bless you, friend.
What do you think about our future?
Byron is a dangerous man. His belief in an objective, knowable reality, his fanatical dedication to this teleological narrative of human progress. These ideas should not have been allowed to dominate our government.
You still believe in the Founder?
I believe the narrative of the Founder will always be with us in one form or another. I do not particularly care how it relates to Athena.
Goodbye. Yo, Rat. It's Rat. Rat. I'm a huge fan of your game. Pop it is.
Thank you for supporting Byron, 1K. He understands what this is really about. Not technology or science, but love. Love of humanity, yes, but within that, space for individual love to flourish. When you find Athena, please remember that.
I will. How are you doing, guy? Oh, with the whole expansion prospect. You think you're gonna have to tear down the dome?
You know, 1K, I decided to keep working on the dome. It doesn't have to be a symbol of separation from the world. It can still be of use to us, so long as we remember to step beyond it every now and then.
Good luck, Ren.
Likewise.
Do I have footprints? I don't think I have footprints. You got this, Dosicles. Okay. Well, I guess we'll go back to the mega structure.
"1K, you're back.
How's the situation?
Listen, people responded to what you saw in the Sumner drone. I've seen 3 random acts of kindness just this morning.
It's good to hear, and otherwise?
I think people are happy with the change of leadership that happened while you were sleeping. But they're nervous about what you're going to do next.
I should really get going.
Chauncey was looking for you, by the way.
Chauncey? I'm not familiar with who that is. Are you Chauncey?
A lot's changed since you last walked the gardens, 1K.
The city is growing.
Exactly. Would you like to know a secret?
I would.
A long time ago, Doge may have mentioned a mysterious 5th friend of hers. I am that friend. You've demonstrated how much you want to share your compassion with the world. Well, welcome to the team. In case you ever need it, the code phrase is Moral Compiler Disco. You're not alone, 1K. Whatever you decide to do next.
Moral Compiler Disco.
Good to see you, 1K.
Welcome back, 1K. Glad to see you're doing better.
How's Byron handling his new position?
Surprisingly calmly. He knows what he's doing, and he's gonna get the job done. He did have to kick out a few people, but he was a lot nicer about it than I would have been.
What do you think about the theory of everything?
I think it's only the beginning. Athena hasn't even scratched the surface of what you could do with it. And that's fine, she's just one person. The really interesting stuff is going to start happening when you give this power to the people. When every citizen can bring their own ingenuity to it.
Are you working for Byron now?
I'm still doing the same job I did before, but Byron's removed some of the layers of bureaucracy, so we communicate more directly now, and we have more choices in how we deal with problems.
What happened to your strike?
Well, it's hard to believe, but we won. Turns out that does happen.
I have to go. But I'm glad.
1K. It's a pleasure to see you back on your feet. Everyone was quite worried about you. And let me just say that it means a lot to me that you've stuck by your principles, despite all the pressure.
How's the situation in the city?
We've finally started fixing stuff again. Byron has given people a sense of purpose and dignity. Not everyone is happy, but if you return with Athena and the theory of everything, I think this is going to be a golden age.
How are you?
I feel hope, 1K. Real, proper hope. We can transform the world. We can lessen suffering. It's going to happen, thanks to you.
How's Patricia?
She's well, thank you. I hope that with the theory of everything, we'll be able to extend her life. She deserves immortality no less than we do.
I should get going, and I agree.
Good luck, my friend.
If we're going to be immortal, at some point everything should be. The problem is, with immortality, do we limit?
I'm glad you're here, Melville.
Growth.
I wish Alcatraz and Yakut could come too, but they believe what they believe.
Well, I thought about it, and it turns out it's pretty simple. They're wrong.
You do have a way with words.
Why? Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
I have only one thing to ask of you, my child.
Of course.
When at last you find yourself before Athena, be gentle to my old friend. The weight of the world was placed on her shoulders, and if she failed to carry it, it was because no one can carry such a burden alone.
I got 2 messages.
All right, 1K, you're in charge now. If you want to explore, make sure we didn't miss anything out there, go ahead. When you're ready, let us know, and we'll head into the megastructure.
Yes, sir. I believe the gold puzzles will be the key to actually saving Athena. Getting you out was the first step. The gold puzzles are the actual key to her chamber, I bet. So we're going to call stream for now and come back and hopefully in an hour or so, or less, solve remaining puzzles.
Seem to be more puzzles per cluster than necessary to gain access to the tower. I wonder what happens if you solve all of them.
Well, a few things. In addition to the previously announced new scouting and the scavenging expedition, the reactivation of the abandoned mining and factory projects, Mayor Byron has asked the citizens to submit any ideas for other possible undertakings, which will be discussed at the next public assembly after Mayor Byron returns from the megastructure. I yearn for a city that does not yet exist. It is a wealthy city, abundant, prosperous, full of life and energy, but its prosperity is not like that of the cities of old. A thin gilded layer over a cesspool of misery. No, its riches are deep. They permeate every street. They fill it with depth and texture. It's a city of delights, of secrets, of surprises, always growing, always changing. It's every citizen partaking of its joys as well as its tragedies. I do not think that this is the last city, the one where our journey will end. I think it is the first. Yeah, there were other places of longing entries. In New York, Paris. There's a tower waiting for me. I see it on the horizon, and every day it grows closer. It has been a companion on my journey, but I fear the day I will reach it. For I have loved this road. And the fields and the hills it has shown me. But the tower waits, and I can only hope that from its heights I will see other roads and other towers, and dream of journeys yet to come. Thank you, Amesh. I find your words deeply moving. Beautiful work. I found this poem moving, but I don't know why. I find this poem makes me feel strangely sad. I don't really get poetry. I think it makes me happy. Thank you, okay, that means a lot to me. Your journey has been a great source of inspiration. I don't get it. Sort of wish I did, but poetry always leaves me confused. That's pretty common, Pellegrino, and nothing to be ashamed of. We're often taught to treat poetry like a secret message which only some people can decipher. But poetry is really a kind of music. It's not an intellectual pursuit, not something to be analyzed and dissected. It needs to be felt, to be spoken, or to be sung. If you find the melody in the words, you'll understand it. I guess that's true. Ustinov on optimism. I think pessimism is completely out of date. I think that's a romantic indulgence. I don't think anyone can afford to be pessimistic anymore. I mean, there's so much that can go wrong. Optimism is the only thing possible anymore. I've always thought that an optimist was a person who knew exactly how sad a place the world could be, and a pessimist is a man who finds out anew every morning. That's the real difference. No, I'm obviously optimistic because you simply have to be. It's an obligation to be optimistic. Peter Ustinov, co-star of the Talos Principle, 1961. To me, this sounds exactly like what Alexander Drennan would have believed. That's why I ultimately decided to support Byron. I think he understands how sad the world is, but also remains optimistic. He'll be disappointed. People always disappoint you in the end. Yeah, you've misunderstood the entire point of the quotation, Ovis. That disappointment is already baked into the concept of optimism. Optimism is knowing people like you exist but having hope anyway. Ouch. True, though. Okay. So. To the chapel! Now we do the thing I said where we go unlive and then I go live again in a bit in an attempt to get all the gold puzzles. Alright. So till next time. I've been Creature. You've been the lovely chat, the beautiful viewer at home. This has been the Talos Principle 2. And it's been fun. See ya. Bye. Be back in a bit, hopefully with the end of the game. Bye.